Hi guys, Mandy here. Totally in my pajamas, totally in bed. Not that I've been here all day. Wouldn't that be nice? But I just came back into bed in my jammies to do a book review. It's Friday, yay, the weekend's here. Let's talk a good book. So I'm actually going to do a series, which I've never done a book review for a series before. I actually have a really hard time finishing series. I'm a good standalone book that, you feel accomplished when you read. I think maybe that's more of it for me. It's just like, yeah, I got that book done. Not, okay, that book's done now. I gotta read the third and whatever. But for me, a good standalone book, I know I fall in love with characters and I love them, and sometimes I'm like, ooh, I wish there was more, but I just always give up on series. I don't know why. So the series I'm going to talk about today is Daughter of Smoke and Bone. So this was the first book, Laini Taylor. The second book was, what are you? Days of Blood and Starlight. And the third book, which I recently just finished, was a whomper. Look at this bad boy. Actually, I know that this is small compared to some books. But Dreams of God and Monsters, that was intense. So I just came out of this world and I'm still on a book high. I still think about these characters every day, and I'm going to sell it to you so you can jump on board. And so I have someone to talk to. So Daughter of Smoke and Bone. So you jump into this book and you meet Carew, and she right away, this is spoiler free, so no worries. She's a young girl. She's in her 17 or 18, and she's in art school. She's does amazing drawings. She's beautiful. She's got blue hair. You'll find out why. This book is all about wishes and monsters and angels, and it's just intense. So she lives a double life. She has this world that she knows, that she's been raised in, where they're basically monsters, creatures, different mixes of creatures. I'm just thinking of some are their animal aspects and human aspects. So some have a wolf face and a human body and so on. So it's just, that's where she was raised. She's never really questioned it. And up until recently, she's just known that is her part of her life. And then the real world, our world, is another part. There's portals that link the two. And she's been raised by Brimstone, who is a wish giver, collector of teeth, if you will. And he's like a father to her. And she goes from that world to our world through portals. And one day, for whatever reason, angels come to town and they burn all the portals up, which that is not a spoiler. That says right on the back of the book, I believe. It was like mystery handprints and portals on fire or something like that. So why are these portals on fire? What's going on? Who are these angels? Why does she feel lonely and like she's not whole? She's constantly questioning who she is, and it's just an intense read. I find that I gravitate towards books where the main character is questioning who they are. I question that every day. I question who I am, what my purpose is here on life, all the time. And I totally seem to be reading a lot of books like that. So that is a little bit of a brief summary of book number 1. Where does it go? Book number 2, there's a war. There's a battle between these monsters and these angels that have come and burnt up these portals. This fight has been going on for many, many moons, many, many centuries. And do they even know why? Why are they fighting? Who is right? Who is wrong? Carew and her friends, I don't want to say too many names because I don't want to give too many spoilers as to who she's going to end up meeting along the way and who's going to help her. And so we'll just say friends. But they're trying to find out why is this going on, and how are we going to stop it, and really who is right and who is wrong, and why is war all they know. So it's very political in a way, but not so in your face like Hunger Games, maybe, I don't know. But really along the lines of that kind of war. There's different classes, and yeah, there is. I'm just thinking of the ranks of people and stuff. There's just so much. So then, bam, book number 3. Okay, I cannot lie. I zoomed through book 1 and 2 as much as I could. It was a harder read for me, even though it was a book. I can't lie. I'm not a worldly person. So names and places I had to keep on looking up, like how to pronounce things, because I'm like, I'm saying it wrong. And that kind of took away from it for me. But I loved the premise of it. I needed to know what was going to happen. What was the end result? How were they going to resolve their battles? Who was going to win? You know, there's love, there's magic, there is magic. So much. You just fall in love with everybody. You want to know more. And the last book just kind of was like, what? So much was happening at the beginning. So much was happening, but not happening. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really almost gave up. I totally can't lie. I almost gave up on this book. I was like, is this even written by the same author? Like, what is going on? But then you realize that is what Laini is amazing. She gives you the detail, the description. You know everything. You know what every character looks like, what they're feeling, everything, which is really good writing, and I loved it, but kind of took away from the third book because there were a ton of new characters, just ba-bam, 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 in your face. You need to know these people. You need to know what's happening with them, and then eventually it all makes sense. It all lines up, and it's like, holy shoot. Mic drop. It was a great read. I'm so glad I stuck with it. I can't shake the feeling of this world. Do you ever get a book hangover? Like, I am stuck in this magic world. And I also read, and this isn't a spoiler alert at all, because there are a lot of books that end and you're like, that is a good ending, but there could be more. And I did read, this was a while back, that she said that if she ever got the chance, she'd love to write another book for this series. So, wow. That would be awesome. I'd love to know what happened in between. There's a big time jump almost. Not really. Okay, no. But yeah, there's a little bit of a gap where we could know, excuse me, some stuff. And just to see where they are now, maybe do a time jump to now. But then you'd want to know what happened to lead to now. Am I selling it good for you? Because this was amazing and I need somebody to talk to about it. So before I leave you, that was my little book summary of Daughter of Smoke and Bones. My throat is making funny noises. Hope I'm not getting sick. The book I'm reading now is The Afterlife of Holly Chase, and this is such a fun read. So night and day from what I was just reading. This is nice and light, and it's Christmas, guys. I haven't read like a Christmas book in a long time. I was reading some Christmas romance novels back in the day, and this is just so good. I love it. I will do a review on it later, but if you want a fun, cute Christmas read, pick this up. It's really good. It's kind of Ebenezer, can't say it, Scrooge. Scrooge, it basically revolves around that. Holly was a girl. She was 17, so young, and she wasn't very nice. She was a bit of a bee, and she died, and now she is stuck in this Project Scrooge, where they take a person every year. They study them and they Scrooge them. They come with the three ghosts and they try to make them become nice people. And she's stuck in Project Scrooge for who knows how long. Who knows what's going on and how she's ever going to, I don't know if she even wants to make it to the other side. I think she's afraid she might be going to hell. So she'd probably be glad to be stuck in this relentless routine of helping others than go on to what might be her ever after. Anyways, we'll see what happens. Check that out. Okay, bye for now. Have a great weekend, guys.